welcome into another episode of Matt's Sports Talk. And in this video, we will be recapping the women's basketball championship game last night between number 12 Marian and number 4 Indiana Wesleyan. And I was watching this game on the live stats last night, and it was just absolutely incredible to just how the game went back and forth. And in this video, we will be recapping this game. So, the Wildcats, first of all, have now won 4 out of the last 5 Crossroads League Tournament Championships. They were victorious in this game 64-58. That was the final score. And for the Wildcats, they avenged a tough loss back a couple of weeks ago, actually, on Senior Day, when they fell to the Knights 92-84 in overtime. This go around, the Wildcats avenged that loss and came out with a 6-point win. And for the Wildcats, they had a double-digit lead with 2.5 minutes to go in the game, and the Knights, they quickly went on an 11-2 run, and a lot of that was forcing turnovers and converting on layups or converting on a layup and getting an extra free throw for an old-fashioned three-point play. So obviously, credit Marian for not giving up, but definitely for me as a Wildcat fan, and again, I'm not trying to be biased toward any team, but being a big Wildcat fan myself, I'm just so happy today and so proud of the Lady Wildcats for the grit and determination that they showed last night during the game, and they faced a lot of adversity this year, particularly over the last month and a half with Lily Frazier suffering that wrist injury back on January 25th, and then to see the Wildcats, have that tough loss on Senior Day without Frazier playing, to give the Knights the run they did in that game back on February 22nd, that was just absolutely amazing. And then to come back and get the league championship win last night, absolutely incredible. So definitely proud of all the girls on the Lady Wildcats team. So without further ado, let's recap the game. And I mentioned the final score, 64-58 in favor of the Wildcats. And for the Wildcats, they go to 29-2 on the year, heading into the national tournament coming up next weekend. And for the Knights, they will go into the national tournament 23-7. And the selection show will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And of course, I'll be recording a video Friday previewing all of the upcoming national tournament matchups, both for the men and the women. And that will be coming your way on Friday, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. So looking at the stats for the Knights last night, Abby McNally for Marian, 10 straight games where she has recorded a double-double. She had 19 points, 16 rebounds, 7 of 10 shooting from the floor, 5 of 6 at the charity stripe. She also had 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Madison Bailey, 4 of 8 shooting, but a lot of that was in the fourth quarter alone. She was 3 of 4 at the free throw line, also with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Taylor Double struggled shooting just 2 of 7, and also struggled from beyond the arc at just 1 for 4, but she did have 3 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block. And Olivia Faust really struggled shooting just 1 of 7, 0 of 5 from beyond the arc. And for Faust, she had 24 points in their upset win against Indiana Wesleyan back on February 22nd. Faust did have 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 3 steals. And Kenna Kirby, another Marian Knight player that lit it up for them back on February 22nd in that game against Iwu. Kirby also struggled shooting, 2 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, though, with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. So for Kenna Kirby, I mean, at least she was really good on defense, though. And obviously, for head coach Santana Anderson, you're definitely happy about that. And off the bench for the Knights, Abby McNally's sister Kylie only played 9 minutes, made 1 shot, which was 1 of 2 from the field. She did have 1 rebound. 12 minutes of action off the bench. Kennedy Fueling had a good game. 2 of 5 shooting. 2 of 4 of that was from beyond the arc with 1 rebound. 8 minutes of action. Zoe Wheeler was 1 of 3 shooting with 1 assist. And in 7 minutes of action, Eva Fisher, 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 1 at the free throw line, though. She also had 2 rebounds and 1 steal. The Knights did not shoot the ball bad, 40% from the field. a dismal 19% from 3, converting just 4 out of 21. They were really decent at the free throw line, though, converting 10 out of 13 attempts for 76%. Looking at the stats for the Wildcats, Jade Nutley got the starting role. 6 of 9 shooting for the senior from Madison, Indiana. 2 of 3 of that was from beyond the arc. Nutley with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Izzy Reed struggled shooting, but she was a perfect 2 of 2 at the free throw line. And coming in, she was a 66% free throw shooter. So obviously those numbers are going to, or at least shooting 2 of 2 from the charity stripe last night, will definitely raise her free throw average numbers going into the national tournament. Reed had 6 rebounds with 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. So really, really amazing to see that out of the senior guard from Greenwood, Indiana. And for Emily Mattingly was coming off a career-high 12 points that she accumulated on Saturday in the semifinals versus Spring Arbor. Mattingly, 3 of 6 shooting, 1 of 2 of that was from beyond the arc. And she also had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. And Taylor Folkema really lit it up for the Wildcat offense. 5 of 9 shooting, 3 of 5 at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. And for Lily Frazier, 6 of 16 shooting. She was 5 of 6 at the free throw line, 9 rebounds. So Frazier nearly with a double-double, 3 assists and 3 steals as well. And then off the bench, Tori Thompson played absolutely incredible. The sophomore from Brookton, Indiana, which is near Lafayette. Thompson, 2 of 3 shooting from the floor, which was all from beyond the arc. And then for Ellie Kelleher, the freshman from Carmel, Indiana, 8 minutes of action. She did have 1 point, and that was at the free throw line. Came in 87% on the season. 2 rebounds on defense for Kelleher. And then Bria Garber back in the lineup off the bench. And obviously really, really glad to have her back after a few weeks, and definitely hope that she's able to stay healthy going into the national tournament. Garber struggled shooting, well, actually struggled all the way around. 1 of 4 shooting, which was all from beyond the arc, and she was 1 of 4 at the free throw line, so really uncharacteristic for her. But obviously coming back from an injury, you know, any player would struggle a little bit, so obviously we hope that Garber will be okay and that she'll continue to recover from that injury. But the most important thing is, you know, having her back able to play, that obviously is a blessing. But for Garber on defense, she was really good. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. And the Wildcats shot really well actually really well all the way around. 46% from the field, so slightly better than 40% for Marion. The Wildcats way better from beyond the arc at 40% compared to 19% for the visitors. And the Wildcats were worse from the free throw line, converting 12 out of 19 attempts for just 63% compared to 76% for the Knights. So obviously for the Wildcats, they would have loved to have, I'm sure, gotten the free throw numbers up a little bit. Obviously as a team, they're averaging 73% at the free throw line this year. And with that was your matchup there. And, of course, that does it for recapping the Crossroads League women's side of things. And, of course, like I said, I'll be recording a video Friday previewing, actually 2 videos Friday, one previewing all the matchups from the men's side and one previewing all the matchups on the women's side out of the Crossroads League teams. Should be really, really exciting. And, again, now look, as we end this video, looking at all of the Crossroads League teams that are for sure locked into the national tournament, potentially 2 at-large teams. We'll start first with the Wildcats of Indiana Wesleyan. They go into the national tournament 29-2 on the season. And now for the Wildcats, you know, if they lose, which obviously we hope that they don't, but if they do lose at any point in the national tournament, it would be the fewest amount of losses ever under head coach Ethan Whaley. So obviously that is awesome, and we hope we hope and pray that the Wildcats will win the national championship. They have not won a national title since 2012/2013. And fun fact, the last time the Wildcats started out this good, which was also 2012/13, their first loss that season was to St. Francis. This year, the first loss was also to St. Francis out of Indiana. So past history trends show that the Wildcats would be on pace to win the national championship this year. So obviously we hope and pray that happens. And if it doesn't happen, the Wildcats have had a stellar year. But man, I'm so excited for the national tournament coming up next weekend. Let's win the first 2 rounds next weekend, and hopefully several more out in Sioux City, Iowa, coming up a little bit later. Actually, in 2 weeks, I should say. It would be 2 weeks tomorrow for that Sweet 16 game out in Sioux City. So obviously, there's a lot to be excited about as we head into the deep postseason run. So again, the Wildcats going into the national tournament 29-2. For the Cougars of St. Francis, they go into the national tournament 26-4. They are also a host site for the opening 2 rounds, as is IWU. And then for Marion, they go in 24-7. They don't know if they're hosting or where they will be going. Obviously, we'll know all the answers to those questions tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And those will be your 3 teams for sure in the national tournament. And the last 2 teams in the Crossroads League that may get in, they may not, will be the first bubble team will be Spring Arbor out of Michigan, 19-11 for them. And the Lady Foresters of Huntington, 17-12 for them. So those are the 2 teams that are on the bubble in the Crossroads League as we head into the national tournament here coming up next weekend. Actually, the opening round games will be next Friday and Saturday, so obviously that's super exciting. And with that is your full recap for the Crossroads League Women's Tournament Championship and previewing the upcoming matchups, or not the upcoming matchups, but previewing a little bit in more detail the upcoming national tournament with the Crossroads League teams that are all in to that tournament. So obviously that's really exciting, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video and that it was super helpful to you. And if it was super helpful, please either like, comment, or subscribe. And I apologize for getting out of the shot for just the camera shot for just 1 second. But if the video was helpful to you, please either like, comment, or subscribe. Any one of those options truly helps me out. And again, if you have enjoyed these videos and did enjoy this one, again, please either like, comment, or subscribe. And any feedback that you provide me is truly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching this video. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless.